Hello student, I am Latif sir. Today I will discuss about ICSE class 6 chemistry. The topic is compounds and mixture. On this topic I have already uploaded one video and this is my second video. On the first video I have already discussed about elements and compounds. And today I will discuss about mixture. So what is a mixture? Mixture is a combination of two or more substances that are not chemically combined. You have to remember, in a mixture the components of mixture are not chemically combined, that is not reacting to each other. For example, air is a mixture. In air the defined gases are present, and these gases are not reacting to each other at normal condition, so air is a mixture. Second point, no chemical changes. I have already told that no the components of mixture are not chemically reacting to each other. That is, no chemical changes are there. Next point, sometimes you can see the components and sometimes you cannot. Salt water is a mixture. So you, in salt water you cannot you will not able to visualize the salt particle in the mixture, in the solution. Next point, not mixed in a definite ratio. That is, there is no definite ratio of mixing of the component. And last point, the particles or components or substances of a mixture can be separated out through some physical methods. And the methods are distillation, using magnet, using the process of centrifuge, and filtering. First, distillation. By this process, using this process, you can separate mixture of two liquids using the difference in the principle is the difference in boiling point of the two liquids of this mixture. Okay, so distillation is useful for separate out two liquids from a mixture. Second method is using magnet. Using magnet, you can separate out two component of a mixture, but one component must have some magnetic property. That is, the one component must be attracted by magnet. For example, you can using a magnet you can separate a mixture of sand and iron particles. When you keep a magnet near this mixture, you will see that the iron particles are separating out from the mixture because iron attracted by magnet. Now centrifuge, it is also a process of separation of mixture, and the basis of this process is uses density. And filtering, it is a simple process of separating a component of a mixture. Hmm. By this process you can separate out mixture of salt water, and if there is some impurities present like sand, clay, then if you filter this solution or mixture, then you will see that the sand particles are separated out by using filtering. So filtering separates according to the size. Big size particles will separate it out uh, using filter paper. That is the process of filtering. Type of mixture. Mixture are three types: colloid, solution, suspension, and colloids. Solution, suspension, and colloids. Now solution. Solution is a mixture. Solution is a mixture that appears to be single substance. Solution is a mixture that appear to be a single substances. That is, a solution is a homogeneous. You cannot distinguish the components of a solution. So process by which they spread is called dissolving. So when you want to make some solution, you have to dissolve something in other substances or in other components. Whatever you are dissolving, these substances are called solute, and in which substance or component you are dissolving the solute are known as solvent. So solute is the substance being dissolved, and solvent is the substance in which you are doing dissolving. For example, water is is the universal solvent. Mainly in many cases, in maximum cases, water is used as solvent. Uh, and the process of dissolving something, the process of making solution is known as dissolving. Here some example are there, different example of different state of solution. Some first example is gas in gas is the solution. Here in this solution, dry air, gas in gas example is dry air, the oxygen in nitrogen, oxygen present in um, nitrogen. Here nitrogen is solvent and oxygen is solute, and you have to remember the the substance which present in maximum amount is solvent, and solute is present minimum amount, okay, least amount. Gas in liquid example is soda water. In soda water, carbon dioxide gas is present in liquid water, so carbon dioxide is solute and water is act as solvent. Liquid in liquid, antifreeze, that is alcohol in water. Here alcohol is solute and water is solvent. Solid in liquid example is salt water. Here salt in water, that is salt is act as here solute and water is acting as solvent. And solid in solid solution is brass, that is any alloy. Here in brass, zinc in copper, zinc in copper. Here zinc metal is act as solute and copper metal is act as solvent. And the and the last point of solution, particles never settle down of, solution and cannot be filtered. They do not scatter light, because this is only because the particles of a solution, of a true solution, are very small, 10 to the minus, almost 10 to the minus 10 centimeter. So particles of solution are very small, that's why they never settle down and cannot be filtered. They will pass through the filter paper. They are very small and do not scatter light. Now concentrations of solution. What is concentration? Concentration that measure the amount of solute dissolved in a solvent. Concentration measure the amount of solute dissolved in a solvent. It can be expressed in grams of solute per milliliter of solvent. That's why its unit is gram per ml, gram per milliliter, g per ml. So concentration that measure the amount of solute dissolved in a solvent. And next point, remember the solubility. Solubility is the ability of a substance to dissolve, and this solubility or solubility of some compounds in another solvent, in another components, is dependent on some external factor like mixing, heating, crushing, okay, etc. So mixing, heating and crushing can help dissolve more quickly. So again I am repeating the concentration of solution. Concentration is concentration is the measure to of amount of the amount of solute dissolved in a solvent. It can be expressed in grams of solute per milliliter of solvent. And solubility is the ability of a substance to dissolve, and mixing, heating and crushing can help dissolve more quickly. Next day I will discuss about suspension and colloid.